Alright, let's see if I... Nice choreography, beautiful martial arts inclusion. I like how we're getting a mix of like authentic sword fighting and force abilities. Today we're breaking down the cinematic language of Star Wars, The Old Republic, Disorder Cinematic. This video was chosen by our Dragoon tier member, Vision. If you want to choose a video for me to react to, click the join button and become a member. Star Wars lore masters, join me. Let's do this. Big Star Wars fan myself. BioWare. Love to see it. I've enjoyed the Old Republic videos. I've done a lot of them on the channel, and they've been absolutely fantastic. Classic Star Wars opening shot. Cool transition into the map here. Very creative. Oh, and a cool character reveal, too. I love that.
Focus, Sahar.
Kind of whimsical feel with the music, which is perfect for kids studying the Force.
Did you see? Wow.
She has an injury. Oh, she is jealous,
I know
maybe?
it is difficult to accept,
Yeah.
but the Force has chosen you.
Wow, nice time skip. Really nice transition there. Just right into the action. The lightsaber is so striking visually every time you see him. Ooh, cool choreography here. Oh, a little bit of grappling. Love to see it in a 2-on-1 fight. Ooh, he's got armor, I think. Otherwise, he gets destroyed. That was awesome.
This machine and all records of it.
Yes, Master Moore.
And this is her Master Age. There's only a few materials that can block a lightsaber in the Star Wars universe, and they're very hard to come by. Alright, well, it couldn't block it fully. Which is good, that's how it should be.
Go now.
And this is the real big bad, right? Ooh, really powerful shot here. I love that shot. You can really feel like the enemy is right behind her. There's a feeling of tension there. Ooh, this can't end well, man. Older master fighting a OP Sith. I love the grappling here. Amazing choreography.
Sahar?
Don't tell me it's the childhood friend. What? It's like completely... Awesome battle here. Okay, gonna defend his student. We love that.
You're too late, Malgus.
Malgus is terrifying, man. Really scary Sith. Awesome design. Wow.
Focus, Sahar.
Okay, memories.
Did it? Did you see? Wow.
Will you be taking both children?
No. Brother shows little connection with the Force.
So that's what she heard back then.
Sahar,
That's so sad.
the Force has chosen you.
Sahar, no!
I sense your past, Padawan.
Can't take her!
Your pain. Your fear.
Their sister.
This is how the Sith and Jedi maintain control. Revealing the ways of the Force to some. And keeping it from others.
Interesting. It's being framed as like withholding the knowledge as opposed to
How many were left behind?
the potential.
So that the Jedi could play God.
Became a Sith? No. I think he's messing with the head. Yeah. No. Oh, Malgus got messed up by that. Okay, her master's on point, dude. Use the debris in real time to throw at him. That was awesome. That was like what I expect from high-level Jedi right there. Amazing.
Now give it to me.
You could have saved my brother.
What?
Was I chosen by the Force? Or you?
Now's not the time.
Do you know what it is your master just destroyed?
I've never heard his voice.
Listen to me.
No.
A machine built to fight. find those the Jedi didn't deem worthy.
He's got a really loud voice, by
Give
the
it
way.
to me. Now, Padawan.
He's got like a speaker.
It's not too late. Give me the plans. We can
He
still
attacked her?
find your brother.
I've only ever protected you.
The Sith always
You
deceive.
must trust me.
Don't be a fool. Who did that? Ah. Dude, he's so powerful, Malgus. That's terrifying.
Very well.
Sahar. I'm sorry.
You idiot. What did you think was going to happen? Oh, you heard him? Evil Sith Lord? Like, come on now. Alright, let's see a fight. Nice choreography. Beautiful martial arts inclusion. I like how we're getting a mix of like authentic sword fighting and force abilities. This is what I want to see from Star Wars. A good balance. Like exaggerated crazy fighting
Your life you've been
mixed with
engaged
believable
by
sword
the
techniques.
When you're ready, break free.
That was interesting. He's like, I see your potential for Sith. Come see me when it's time. Ooh, and that Anakin's Dark Deeds reference in the music there. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, really, really good stuff. We're going to break down some of my favorite shots in it. Let's look at some of the filmmaking in detail and some of the choices. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, if you're enjoying our time together, make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Join our Discord if you want to hop into our community and talk with us. And of course, click the join member button if you want to choose a video for me. All right, guys, let's look at it. So this has a lot. We go from this really, really cool kind of young feeling with the music. It's always a standout in Star Wars. Very beautiful, whimsical sound here. Yeah, I love that we have some harp. We have some tuned percussion. Sounds gorgeous. And then we have this transition. And kind of early on, we see that her brother has this, like, interesting reaction.
I know it is difficult to accept. But the
Yeah.
Force has chosen.
Well, what's interesting is the Force has chosen you is actually kind of what happens in the lore, right? It's kind of what happens in the lore. It's like, you know, only certain people are Force sensitive, but apparently you can only take so much. Like, there's not enough context. There's not enough context. This is still going. I thought I missed it. What's up, Chocolate Cat? No, this is it. Yeah, I really like this choreography, so let's get into it. I like this really sharp transition. In a 6-minute story, when you're really trying to tell a story like this, you gotta move the plot quickly. So I like how this happens. Yeah, really nice transition, like following the cut of the sword down into the character, showing that age jump, time jump. And I like how this is an underling of Darth Malgus. This is not him. This is not a Sith Lord, and we're seeing how much trouble the Padawans have. Yeah, Master comes in, showing how awesome he is. And there's that hero shot we talked about earlier today. Beautiful, beautiful entrance. Love that flourish, and then we have this cool hero shot of the two of them posed in a really awesome, imposing, heroic way from a lower angle on the camera, which gives that imposing, statuesque feeling. Yeah, I like, there's a cool mix in this choreography between smoothness and like really crazy, cool techniques. Look at this. As Jedi and Sith should move, is they're not like moving with like extra power. They're moving perfectly precise with their movements, and it has a really cool effect because of that. Kind of a smoothness to everything. It's a lightsaber. You don't need to swing it hard. You need to just move fast, and it's gonna cut through anything instantly, especially living magic. I also love the sort of intensity of the lightsabers in this, both the brightness and everything else, and I love this teamwork. She's summoning his lightsaber to him via the Force, opening it up. He tries to, and I like that too. Oh, he actually took his arm off. Okay, I didn't catch that. Yeah, I thought he just hit him in like the breastplate. But that's awesome. Yeah, I like how also big plus in the choreography and the performance here is you'll notice he doesn't just like eat that hit and not notice. He's force sensitive. He would notice this happening. He actually tries to avoid it, and he gets his vitals out of the way, and then they take the arm, which I think is super cool. I think it might be a mechanical arm. I don't know if this is supposed to be a droid. I don't know what's going on here. Not familiar enough with the lore in this particular game or what era this is, but I love that. It's like backs up just in time. Oh no, gets hit. Very believable choreography, and remember, there's a lot of acting that goes into action, right? It's not just like emotionless movement. So I thought that was cool.
Machine and all records of it.
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Very good. Then we get into this kind of reveal of the big bad, which is terrifying because this foe they had a lot of trouble with, right? Master and apprentice. Yeah, and then he walks out, which is pretty darn scary. It's like, oh, you got hit once, you failed me. I'm gonna enter into the battle. They had a lot of trouble with this enemy, and Darth Malgus was literally just like, you're garbage. I don't even need you. That's scary. You're completely useless. So yeah.
Malgus. Traitor.
Oh, okay. You said Malgus traitor.
Go now.
I think that is actually like a person, not a droid. Yeah, I love this shot. I love how the camera moves down. It gives this really creepy feeling of like Malgus is almost coming after us. So it's very, very tense. And there it is, right? He was ready to strike. And she did a really good job using the cover and everything. There's this little smirk. I'm like, nice try. Which I think is interesting. And also, really, really cool example here of using the Force to summon. What I like is, though, following the debris. So even though he defends himself, Malgus is right behind it. It's just awesome, awesome technique. And then another thing I like is, look at how the choreography is here. Look at how much bigger Malgus is. He strikes down with this humongous cut. He's also much stronger than this person. The person decides to parry. I don't think it's by choice. I think it's that Malgus is just that strong. Look at the struggle on her master's face. Right? Can't overpower Malgus. Goes with these really, really interesting parries. Gets himself into a horrible position right there. Just a terrible position with the sword. And of course, Malgus instantly capitalizes on this because, yeah. Great choreography. But there it is, the grappling. I love it. I love the grappling use. There's a lot of grappling in the Anakin versus Obi-Wan duel. Absolutely ridiculous. And they're kind of going for that. Now it's like they're just stuck in a column, just not doing so hot. But I love it. Again, like to show that Malgus is stronger. It's like, oh, I can't block this. Oh, I'm gonna have to parry it down because it's too heavy of a strike. It's awesome. It shows the strength of it. I mean, she instantly folds. I just want literally instantaneously folds, which is crazy. But yeah, I like that we're kind of playing with the whatever this machine is. I have absolutely no idea. You have to tell me the context from the game. But I like this. Now, let's analyze this fight a little bit more. Again, only stuff we can do in Star Wars is like, look at how close they both come. I actually don't know why. I want to be real. I think he just cut through his leg. I think Malgus just completely cut through his leg there. Or at least he should have. There's like no reason that he should have missed that. He's completely open. He got a perfect dodge. You can see the lightsaber here. Could have sliced him right in the stomach, but went underneath. Okay. Maybe he was gonna plan to use him to mess with his apprentice as a target of potential Sith. I love that. I love how we get the colors mixing, by the way. I think that's awesome. Look at the mist and the smoke here and how they're using that to do this awesome diffused lighting of the colors coming off. It's gorgeous. Yeah. But what I like to see is that we showcase that, you know, obviously Jedi and Sith have different strengths. This particular Jedi is really well versed in the Force. He might not be as good as a duelist as Malgus. Definitely see. What he does have
You're too late, Malgus.
is he's like, why am I fighting right now? Which is, it's cool. It's like a very non-Sith thing to do, right? It's like, I don't have to fight. I can win in a different way. Retreats. It's like, oh, the Sith was too focused on violence and, you know, his emotions, and I'm just going to go up here and go in this force field. So I think that's really cool. She's going through the whole identity crisis right here. But what I like about this scene going back is we get the same scene from a different perspective, because we saw the brother look and like this, have this expression on the face, but we couldn't hear what it was because it was from the other child's perspective, and now we hear why that person had that expression. I think that's really cool.
Brother shows little connection with the Force.
We get more context in what's happening here. I think it's actually an older brother, possibly. From the look.
I sense you.
Please don't leave. It's awesome.
Your fear. This is how the Sith and Jedi maintain control, revealing the ways of the Force to some, hiding it from others.
I love that. Don't listen to him. Malgus is already in her head, man. He's already just seducing her and confusing her and everything. It's awesome. Brother gets backed up. And Malgus is like, yes. So what I like here is I'm very impressed by this. This debris falls. Yeah. And the Master slams him with this debris. And we can assume that because, you know, because Malgus is so force powerful, he was actually able to, like, you know, stop it from totally crushing him on the wall, even though he has armor. Yeah. Night Priest is sitting back. Is very something that wasteful. Oh yeah, the Sith are super. What's the word? Like, definitely not lazy. That's not the word I'm looking for. But yeah, definitely like easiest way, no matter the consequences. Right? Totally. Love that. This is where stuff gets crazy. I mean, just instantly turn to the dark side, essentially. But
I'll give it to me.
not really turn to the dark side, but tricked by the dark side, and definitely lacking in education.
Saved my brother.
It's just funny to me that like these characters, I feel like they'd have less of an excuse than like Anakin getting tricked by the dark side, because Anakin's from a time when the Sith have like not been around in 1,000 years and they don't really know their tricks. And Palpatine, like, you know, weaseled his way into the entire political system, became his friend, you know. This is like, come on, the Sith are at large. Wouldn't they, like, the first thing they train these Jedi and be like, so the Sith are going to try and get in your head. They're going to turn you against your master, your family, everything. Like, tempt you with stuff. Just instantly folds. Wild. You know, they're going to show you like fake visions and stuff. And he's just laughing over there. It's like, oh, so awesome.
You know what it is.
I also love how, like, it's kind of like when we defeated the underling later. That's Jedi propaganda. Exactly. When we defeated the underling earlier, and then he just destroyed him, and it's like, oh no. What I like about this is he's laughing, even though he was just crushed by that. Oh, you guys are screwed. Like, you don't want him to get up. I think that was really cool.
Built to find those the Jedi didn't deem worthy.
What I like about it is, like I said, man, does he have like a loudspeaker on his? He's literally like, he's really far away. He's like 100 feet away, and he's just like whisper talking, and she's hearing in her head. So you could interpret that as he's literally speaking into her head. It's definitely probably possible with all the cool Jedi abilities. But then I like how we punch into this extreme close-up of just the eyes, which implies like that's the sort of proximity that she's hearing this, as if he's like right in her face, just, you know, tricking her.
Silence! Give it to me.
That makes sense. Yeah. Weird Tangle says in chat, get the impression they kept them from that truth. Jedi tend to gloss over stuff. Yeah, I think that's the point, is Malgus clocked this and was like, oh, she doesn't know about the brother angle. I'm going to use that. So that makes him like even more nefarious. No, I'm not going to kill these two. I'm going to like turn her against her master, because he's probably looking for a potential Sith.
Now, Padawan.
He's got to recruit. You know? The Sith don't have, as far as I know, like, as, you know, sort of academic means to recruit new people. They probably just like turn people to the dark side.
Give me the plans.
I do find that insane, though, that the master attacked her right there. That's the biggest. I was like, wow. So I see why then she'd be like,
your brother.
I'm definitely with
I've only ever protected you.
Then why did you just try to kill me? He just went, no. Like, what?
You must trust me.
Literally not true. I just attacked. This part's crazy, though, and it shows that Malgus is is incredibly powerful in the Force. Like, what? Is a homage to helmetless Vader? Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, literally everything in Malgus is a homage to Vader, right? All the villains in Star Wars, except Darth Maul. Darth Maul is like, and Count Dooku. Awesome original villains. Nothing like him. But Malgus, I mean, yeah, he's Darth Vader. with the mask and everything. Except, okay, we can see his eye. Like you guys said, he's got the white skin, like the burned skin of Darth Vader. And stuff, you know.
Very well.
He was going to destroy the hologram. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, did he really just say attacker? Yeah. So it definitely feels derivative, but I think in like a pretty cool way. Malgus, he's a cool design.
I'm sorry.
I think this was cool that he said he's sorry, because at this point he's like, well, I'm dead. There's no way I'm getting out of this one. Sorry, because she's definitely gonna blame herself for my death, which is about to happen in 3, 2, 1. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's just cutting his losses at this point. Well, let me try and apologize. Like, yeah. And this is, I found this. Yeah, I found this to be really like not the sharpest Jedi Padawan I've ever seen. Though I've seen some pretty dumb ones in all the stuff. But yeah, this reaction is crazy. Like, what? He killed him? The evil Sith. Like I said, like what kind of education do you have about Sith Lords? Did they say they were nice? Did they say you could trust them? You know. So I thought this was pretty crazy. That was a really nice shot, though. I like how they depicted that. And now she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight you now." It's like, okay. Woke up. Really interesting fighting style here with Malgus. He's using the Master Saber just to get in her head. He doesn't need it, and I find that really cool. He is so much more powerful. He's literally just holding it to mess with her. Like, it'd be like, you know, taking up the King's sword. It's just, it's gonna mess with you. Rage. And I think he's trying to make her a Sith. Wait, what did she just do right there? I think she just broke his guard. Yeah, she just broke his guard. It's an awesome shot. But yeah, like I said, I really like the mix of martial arts, martial abilities, like real martial arts, exaggerated martial arts, Force abilities together. That was a really nice. Yeah, I like how all the movements are crisp. All the clashes are really crisp. And I like how, again, what I talked about earlier, Malgus is bigger, stronger. You're not going to beat him by just like hammering against him with strength. No, you can actually try and parry. You're going to jump over him because you're more nimble. I think that's really fun. That's how this character chooses to approach him. Whereas the other guy was like, let's try a lot of parrying because I'm not going to block those strikes. So again, like pretty cool, like martial abilities being explored here. And that was nice too. The old switcheroo. It's been used a lot since the old Arya Stark incident of the worst show ending ever in history. And look at this.
Wow. All your life you've been in a cage, Padawan.
That was cool. I mean, dude, how strong is this guy? He just brought down the whole, like, what? The whole temple with a quick flick of the wrist? He could have walked in and annihilated these guys. What the heck is he doing? He's just toying with his food at this point. That's actually crazy.
When you're ready, break free.
I also find that super cool that he's like, yeah, you'll be a Sith one day. We'll be waiting for you. You come visit us. Yeah. But yeah, notice what he did. Like I said, he's very smart, using the Master Saber and stuff. That reaction is not a good reaction for a Jedi. That is a Sith to be, I think. I think that's awesome. A really cool resolution. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. From his power level, he can literally just go, and the ceiling comes down. I don't know, guys. Yeah, he's just trying to recruit a Sith this whole time. He could have just wiped them out. It's really cool to see. Sith do seem to like artificial enhancements. Well, it seems like all the Sith have like crippling stuff that's happened to them. So it's like, wait, did they become a Sith because they got extremely injured and got angry? What's going on? Like the mask, I don't know the lore for Malgus. I'm assuming he has some sort of breathing issue. It's typically why the masks appear in Star Wars. Like, but yeah, it's kind of like, man, the Sith, they all have asthma. Not used to death makes sense since Jedi tend to get isolated from stuff like that. Right. Never seen it before. Aside from making Scion. Oh, those are Sith Lords. Scion. Really like the switching around she did with the lightsaber. You don't see that much in movies cinematic. Sorry, don't know them. Never played much of the Star Wars games, mainly the books and movies. Oh, those other guys. Yeah, I thought this was really good. I very much enjoyed it. Love a good duel in Star Wars. Good lightsaber duel. This is a very satisfying thing, which we all know and love with lightsabers, where each clash has this awesome explosion that happens, and it's just like, oh, it's so fun to see. It's colorful. It's exciting, and it actually can kind of provide itself like a lot more intensity, even if the fight isn't that crazy, because it's just like a show of light and movement. Everything. It's really beautiful. So he took a thermal detonator to the face. Seriously, baked hot dog? That's crazy. That's really crazy. How is that possible? Nothing. Yeah, exactly. Nothing beats a lightsaber duel. Like, it's just so fun. It's just so fun, and it's so original. And the only lack of originality now is that there's a lot of lightsaber duels. But I think nothing's gonna beat the prequels. Not even this, because the thing with this is awesome, but this is not real people. This can be doctored a million times over and make anything happen. The prequels is real people, and it was the actors doing it. It's not stuntmen. Absolute madness how good the fights were. The choreography, just by Nick Gillard, like absolute legend, created essentially like a new martial art almost to showcase the lightsaber duel, and just like every character has their own style and everything. Like nothing's gonna top that. But yeah, it's just too good. It's too good. But that was so much fun. Thank you guys. Like I said, make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, and follow my couples channel. My girlfriend, we play a lot of games together, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Baked hot dog, yours is up next. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it, baked hot dog. We'll do yours next.